What is going on, guys? China Rider NC here, and y'all can tell the season is really changing when you see me out here wearing gloves. No, I promise this is by choice this time, not by force, I promise. I always mean to wear my gloves, but I just always seem to forget, unfortunately. But whew. Yeah, microphone is working now, which is exciting. I need to make a trip to Sheets to use the ATM. But yeah, there's a wind chill today, y'all. It's so sad because it's like I'm running out of time. Season's almost done. But no, season won't really end for me because where I live in North Carolina, honestly, we have days in December that are still 65 degrees sometimes, and sometimes we got snow. But yeah, it's a real bipolar climate down here. But yeah, I wanted to make this video real quick to let y'all know. I know everything y'all have been seeing recently has been on the Magician, and I don't want y'all to think that's how it's always going to be, because that's not really the case. And I love China bikes. I love this bike. This bike is the bike that really broke me into China bikes. Before my idea of a China bike was those little 49cc pocket rockets you used to get that I never had really the luxury of learning how to work on. They might have been a little cooler if I knew how to work on them, but generally with Chinese motors, as everybody says, check the carburetor and check your spark plug and whatnot. But yeah, it is a little chilly today. Sorry guys, I know I keep going back to that, but goodness. It is nice though to be able to take the bike out for a ride today. It's just been sitting. It's like, Colin, ride me. I know about the Magician. On these gloves too, shout out to Dustin Seegers. Whenever I first started riding, he hooked me up with these. Dustin's a really good guy. I really appreciate him. But yeah. It's crazy riding right now, and I didn't really think about this, but the air coming up under the helmet, I really need one of those, we call them baklava or whatever, to stop this this wind from getting up under, because the wind getting up under will give you an instant stuffy nose. Yeah, so y'all can see TBR7 is running healthy as ever. I know I haven't been showing it much to y'all, and I'm sorry. And of course I got the new Magician, and it's been a lot of fun to mess around with, and I just want to make sure y'all know that it's not turning into a Magician only channel. Hopefully I can pick up more China bikes. Hopefully I'll have a Hawk, maybe a Braz. I'd really like to have a DLX, but I think I'm going to give that a little bit of time before I make that jump. I'm still not sure yet about the fuel injection system, which is awesome because Gene has been making some Gene Buckle has been making some crazy breakthroughs really with that, because before with the DLX the only way you could really communicate with it was by buying a $400 to $500 scanner, which is a quarter of the price of the bike just for the scanner to tell what's wrong with it whenever it would act up. But yeah, he was actually able to make a cable harness that plugs right into that OBD2 and it can really start to detect things, which can open the door to a lot of things. Maybe a tune, because with that scanner that you get for the $400 or $500, you can't do any kind of tune or any kind of changing to things. So that's awesome. Congrats to Eugene. You're really doing a lot for the DLX community for sure, this Chinese fuel injection. But I am excited to see where it is next year, and maybe they'll revise some things if they find some issues. And it's just kind of like me, I was talking about this with some buddies. I never really buy the first of something that comes out. Just like I never buy a new car, I'll always buy a used car. Only reason I have a brand new Chinese bike was because it was so cheap to buy brand new. The fact that they're so cheap to buy brand new that people want brand new price for them when they're used. And I'm not going to say they're not worth it. I think they're worth it, but you'd be stupid to pay more. I'd rather have one that's crated that you can put together yourself. If you put it together yourself, you know exactly what went into it. If something fails, you know exactly why it failed. Stuff you got to think about. You know, it might be easy to buy it from somebody already put together. You're saving yourself what, 2-3 hours of work? Just put it together. I feel like I'm getting a little more used to the wind here now, though. But yeah, that's super cool stuff, y'all. I'm ready for whenever I get a plate on the Magician. I've been waiting because I've got to take it to. I don't know if I explained that well enough. I said it's hard to get the inspection in my state without a truck. Reason being is that I got to have somebody follow me, or I want to have somebody follow me whenever I'm going to get the inspection, because it doesn't have a plate. I don't want to get too far out. The closest inspection station is about 10 miles out, but I've got to go into the city for that. And you know what's inside of the city police, who are dying to give me a ticket for being on a China bike. But cool beans, y'all. Well, I will talk to y'all soon. I gotta run and hit this ATM, and I'll probably extend the video. I'll hop back on the video on the way back, but I will see y'all in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, I am back. Went and got my money from the ATM. One cool thing about the sheets is it lets you pull out tins too. I don't know if y'all have sheets where y'all are from, but here in North Carolina up to Pennsylvania, I believe, in that region of the East Coast, they've got a lot of sheets. Sheets are pretty cool gas stations. But certain parts of my state, like Charlotte, I don't believe has them. They've got more quick trips. I got a little scared. I came out from the gas station and there was a puddle of oil. Not really a puddle of oil, but some oil on the ground. I was like, what in the world? I felt it slip on my shoe, and then I got off and looked and realized it wasn't from my bike. I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah, she's going just as smooth as day. I love riding this little guy. It's just kind of like, it's like Old Faithful, you know? It's always going to start and it's always going to run for you. It's always going to get you where you need to go. Only times it ever stopped on me was my fault, like that time I dropped that nut in the, and it made its way down into the counter sprocket cover and ruined my day there. But the thing was, is that whenever it gave, I wasn't but what? 4-minute walk from home. So it never gave out on me far, but I trust this bike to take me anywhere. As long as I do normal oil changes and whatnot, I believe this bike could make it across the country. Just like look at Patrick Choi, what he did. Super awesome people. He sent me over a sticker. I want to show y'all the sticker. I completely forgot to. And yeah, he sent me over a sticker from their motorcycle adventure. They did the Trans-American Trails, 10,000 miles, and one of those bikes that did it was a Hawk 250. See, people get impressed about China bikes clocking 10,000 miles. Let's talk about 10,000 miles in one trip, continuous 2 months. That is amazing. Super, super awesome stuff to hear. Yeah, this bike is really getting up there now. This cluster right here is saying 770 now, so they've really been clocking on here. But you also got to think about my old cluster had, what, 800 and something on it? And then I had a period of time where I had this cluster, but it wasn't reading at all, because I couldn't get my speedometer to my speedometer cable right. I had to get a replacement one of those. So it was probably about 3-4 weeks in between that I rode really often. Yep, and I'm going to tighten this up too really soon, guys. Don't worry. I know y'all are sick of seeing these wires. It gives y'all some OCD. I promise I'm going to get that tightened up. It bothers me too. It's just every time I start to fix it, I always forget to fix it. So yeah, it's crazy how quick fish tables can come and replace a little small business you remember. Back there, a church got replaced with a fish table. Yeah, cool beans. So y'all, I'm gonna leave y'all right there at that. I really appreciate y'all for watching. And just wanted to let y'all know that the TBR7 is still gonna get just as much as attention as the Hawk. It's like you have a new baby, I guess. You have the new baby and the people feel like you don't pay as much attention to the other baby, to the other kid. But that is not the case, guys. I promise I am definitely still going to give y'all updates on the TBR7. And I'm going to get some better gear for riding in the winter. I'm excited about that because I am going to ride in the winter, because I can't go 3-4 months without riding. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. But I am not going to be riding in sub-freezing weather either. And that's one thing. Black ice is not forgivable in a car normally. Just imagine on 2 wheels. It's gotta be real careful about that stuff. Yeah, you're on two wheels and you slip, lose traction, and immediately gain traction again. I don't really feel comfortable with that. But yeah, basically as long as the weather's over 45, I think I'm going to try to ride still. But you can only do what you can do. It gets cold sometimes, but sometimes, like I said, in December it's warm. So, but cool beans, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. Y'all rock. I really appreciate y'all, and thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and like and hit the bell so you can see more videos. Eventually, I plan on having a fleet of China bikes, so that'll be fun. But I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one.